We are here. We are here. We are here.
Say Simon is dragon.
No.
The news is circulating.
No. That people just want to.
As we early told you.
People just want to. Dragon is established by Ojukwu himself.
Exactly. And that God is one.
Yeah, Biafrans.
Yeah, in America, the more. You feel me? So, but that's God, my brother.
Are you hearing it? The gospel of Biafra
Let me tell you.
have started.
Let me tell you. I've been a vampire. Let me hear about vampire. You know what is called? Vampire turn you.
Yeah, Biafrans.
Yeah.
So, Nnamdi Kanu has beaten that venom.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are 555 Vision, and we have come again
Simon Ekpa.
Yeah.
to make sure we circulate the news. Those who is online,
Even if they
the Biafran gospel have just started.
kidnap the same way they kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, another person
Are you listening?
who has the same venom.
These are critical analysis. They are analyzing. There is nothing you can do to stop Biafra.
Lot of people.
The Biafran.
When he said he
Come on. Let us give you the latest news of Biafra today.
Listen, Nnamdi Kanu is a spirit.
What can you do? Nnamdi Kanu is a spirit.
He's not Nnamdi.
Biafra is a spirit. Simon Ekpa is a spirit.
He's a spirit.
You see,
And
Ojukwu Eke, Uwazurike Orie, Nnamdi Kanu Afọ, Simon Ekpa Nkwo. You see this Biafran struggle. We will tell you more things you should know. And we'll have how many days to go? 122 days. The vampire is what we are talking about now. And all these people are the people who spoke against Simon early. But truth is coming out now. The latest news now is Simon Ekpa is possessed with the Biafran spirit. Biafrans, as you are coming, put your hands on the share button and also subscribe. Your subscription helps us to deliver the message. Whenever we are online, you will be able to know, get notification that we are online. That is why you should subscribe. Even if you cannot listen to the gospel of today, later you can listen to it. Listen, Ojukwu started this game. He passed the game to Uwazurike. Uwazurike handled the game. It becomes so hot in his hand. Then Nnamdi Kanu took up the mantle and begin to move with his microphone. As Nnamdi Kanu move with a lot of speed, they hold him in Kenya. They switch off the light of Biafra in Kenya. But inside spiritual realm, Simon Ekpa switch on the switch in Finland. That is how it is happening. These are 4 market days. The 4 people that run the Biafra. I cannot speak against Uwazurike. It is not in our own program to speak against anybody. Uwazurike, we know where he made mistake. The way Uwazurike made mistake is the same thing that happened between Nnamdi Kanu and the DOS. The same people who is preaching today how they have to go and support P2B, that a Igbo man is running for president. Now, some people come openly to stand against P2B. Have you people understand the reason of political solution? The meaning of political solution, you see it circulating everywhere. This political solution started from Soludo. And our real message today is there is nothing one can do to satisfy anybody that has different mission to your own. That is our topic today. But because of space, we can't write those things in our timeline. This message today goes to family, goes to husband and wife, goes to boyfriend and girlfriend, goes to and the Fulani, goes to Nigeria and the Igbos and the Fulani, goes to Biafran and the Fulani, goes to Biafran and the Nigerian government, also goes to Nigeria and the Britain. Our message today: there is nothing you can do to satisfy someone that has a different agenda to your own. If someone is bad, that person is bad. Maybe you are trying to do your own thing to make sure you get a good end. But the person you are working with is not riding in the same track with you. Let us begin to put it in order. Because as you are sharing, that is how people will get information that 555 Vision is online. Write us comment and make this place a little happy. Then we can know you are following. You get it? Listen, when you come to the people who love Nigeria most, Igbo people are the people who love Nigeria most. Then Igbo people become enterprise, begin to develop everywhere they found themselves in Nigeria. But the Fulani agenda is to capture every other person and send them to their early grave, 6 feet underground. Nothing is working. When Michael Okpara bring an economical idea, how Nigeria will develop, Britain worked with the Fulani, the people we know very, very well, that doesn't want anything good to happen in Nigeria. They don't want development to enter into Nigeria. And the Africa, Sub-Sahara, is what they call it. Now, people begin to suffer. When Nigeria was good, it was Michael Okpara. Instead, Igbo people to go to the refinery to refine oil. That time, Nigeria used to refine oil. The Nigerian economy was good. Now, things begin to go bad. What did Nigerian government do? They say they cannot restructure Nigeria. Their agenda is to send all Biafrans under 6 feet. Ohaneze ndị Igbo offered the Fulanis restructuring, led by Chief Nnamdi. They said they needed to restructure this country where Fulani, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba will live in peace. Fulanis said no. And this inauguration happened in Oka, in Elesekwu Stadium. That is where they hosted that meeting. The only governor that didn't attend that meeting was Rogers Okorocha. When Rogers Okorocha was sabotaging Ohaneze ndị Igbo, trying to become president, he didn't want restructuring. How many people understand this? Yes, Chidi O. Yes, we go ahead, always on point. We are on point. We will give you a point. Why we are doing this thing is that we will keep some of this record in our own platform. In case when people didn't understand how Biafran struggle was fought, they will be able to understand it. You go here, you understand. Then, Ohaneze ndị Igbo offered restructuring to Fulani, led by Nnamdi. Fulani said no, they don't want restructuring. Then, Nnamdi took money from Ohaneze ndị Igbo. He went to Lagos. He said he will sabotage anybody that is talking about Biafra. That was when they were planning on how to hand Nnamdi Kanu over to Fulanis. He said he will sabotage anybody that is talking about Biafra. Yeah, anybody that need to be free. Then, as this thing was going on, Nnamdi Kanu, Ohaneze ndị Igbo called Nnamdi Kanu and say, stop this agitation. We are going on restructuring. Films are there. videos are there, write-ups are there. When Nnamdi Kanu was using hand fan, Akupe, he said, I am telling you people, if you people are thinking that you will get, Fulani will give you restructuring, it will be very, very impossible. He said, for him to satisfy you people, that he will leave Biafran agitation for you to go on an election. That time, Peter Obi and Atiku, Peter Obi was a running mate to Atiku under presidency. Nnamdi Kanu stopped agitation. And he said, agitation, everybody should cool down. Let him prove Ohaneze Ndigbo wrong. That he want to prove Eastern governors wrong. Then he stopped agitation and the council sit at home. Because first of all, Nnamdi Kanu said the election will not be held. Then he said, okay, go and vote. Later on, Buhari won the election. Then, when Ohaneze Ndigbo passed the agenda of restructuring, Buhari rejected the idea. Nnamdi Kanu said, I told you people that these people will never give you restructuring. How else do you people want us to show you and show you that Nigeria can never give you restructuring? The agenda of Fulani under 1999 constitution is to send Igbo people 6 feet underground. Then Nnamdi Kanu raised agitation once again. You know, Igbo adage used to say, nwata choba nke ya, oburu ajo nwa, ma o chokata chota ya, oburu omeka nna ya. You know, in English, because of this is international, they said, when a man begins to look for his own right, he will become a bad person, an enemy to his opponent. But whenever he finally captured his right or obtained his right, he will become a hero. He will become the true son of his father. You people should understand that a lot of people blamed Ojukwu when Ojukwu saw the real handwriting on the wall when Nigeria was created. Ojukwu told Biafrans, let's go home and develop our land. Nigerian government began to kill Igbo people in the north. Ojukwu then declared Biafra for his own people to be safe. Ojukwu was bad, but finally, Ojukwu became the true son of his father. He handed power to Uwazurike to continue the agitation. Uwazurike became the bad son of his father. He became a bad person. Then, what is going on? Nigerian government said, why should Uwazurike keep talking about Biafra under Masob? They arrested Uwazurike and they buy off all his followers, his soldiers and his army. Then that is how Uwazurike fall. Uwazurike is now nobody knows where to join Uwazurike in the struggle, but he is one of the Biafran people who run the race, who is running the race until Simon Ekpa will finish this race now. Nnamdi Kanu come up. Nnamdi Kanu become enemy. As Nnamdi Kanu become an enemy to Nigeria, fighting for what belongs to him, his own right. Now they have arrested Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of people are telling Nnamdi Kanu that time, don't stay in England to fight for freedom. Come home. Uwazurike also said that time. He said, come home. Hope of them must say, come home. Joe Ibokwe told him to come home. Then they planned it. They kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, today, Nnamdi Kanu has become a hero, the true son of his father. The same war which started at the time of Ojukwu, transferred to Uwazurike. The same war which is transferred to Nnamdi Kanu is all the war they channeled to Simon Ekpa. But do you know what? Why Simon Ekpa is the last bus stop? When you go inside the spiritual realm, spiritual realm is like cross. Cross has up, down, left, and the right, east, west, north, and the south. Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo. That is how you will calculate spiritual realm. Ojukwu, Uwazurike, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa. These are the people who fought for Biafra. And let me tell you, this Biafra will not fail this regime, which Simon Ekpa is running the last track. When the attack of Simon Ekpa started, 555 Vision, we made a post, which DOS used to sign our suspension. We told them that time that Biafran struggle is like a race. It's like a relay race. You know relay race. Also, Sisi, that one that you have to hand a stick. Relay race used to have 4 people. Ojukwu started this race. He handed the stick over to Uwazurike. Uwazurike ran the race. He couldn't meet up. Nnamdi Kanu took the stick from him, the mantle. Nnamdi Kanu was running the race very fast. They hold him in Kenya. He passed that stick to Simon Ekpa. And the Simon Ekpa have run a race, defended Nigerian government under Olympic, which he won 2 gold medals for Nigerian government. And Simon Ekpa is the person who served Nigeria with his own power. He served Nigeria through religion. He served Nigeria through politics. He knows them. He knows the secret. Oke no n'ụlọ gwara oke dị nọ n'iro na azụ nọ n'ime ngịga. We are 555 Vision, and we are trying to bring you to something you have to understand. That time when everybody was attacking Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa came after Ekpa beat up. After Ekpa beat up, that was when Chukwuokike Abiama arrested Simon Ekpa in Germany. Simon Ekpa made a statement in Germany. He said, why should our younger generation lay their hands on their elders, which is Ekpa? Then, from there, IPOBs descended on him. The spirit of Biafra entered Simon Ekpa. That was the beginning of this journey. And we are trying to bring you back, then we can carry you front so that you can be able to know, because we are preaching the gospel of Biafra. That is what we have assigned to do. We took the path of Jonah to preach this gospel inside this beautiful belly of a fish. And wherever God say, stop, deliver the message, we will stop and we deliver the message. Those who is following us in Paul Longbiko Facebook, tell them that we are here, because our Facebook is under heavy attack. Attackers are there, hackers are there. They are disturbing us, a lot of molestiers. Now, as Nnamdi Kanu carried this thing up, he handed it over to Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is the person who knows the secret of Nigeria. When people were telling us that, why are we defending Nnamdi Kanu? They say that Nnamdi Kanu used to pay us money to defend him. The same way they accuse us that Simon Ekpa is sending us money to defend him. We told them, no, we are 555 Vision. We came to preach Biafran gospel. Biafran gospel, Nnamdi Kanu, Jesus of our time. Simon Ekpa, his disciple. This way you preach Jesus Christ, that is how we preach in Nnamdi Kanu. Jesus on kind of one. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Alpha and Omega, his own crown is there. Nobody can beat his record. And then Nnamdi Kanu queue up to his own message. As they were criticizing Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, who knows the secrets of Nigeria under military, he begin to tell you people, begin to bring the video aspect of all the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said, you are here attacking one another. You are here attacking Nnamdi Kanu, but Fulanis has laid pipe from Iguacha in Benue and River State, Bayelsa. They laid a pipe. They removed the pipe in Senegambia. They removed the pipe in Morocco. They removed the pipe in Algeria. They removed the pipe in Chad, removing oil. But you are there attacking Nnamdi Kanu. But look at what Fulanis are doing. Fulanis told you that their agenda will start in 2022. Simon Ekpa bring pictures, bring videos showing every other person. He was making documentary, passing to Finnish government, telling them that he is about to sign a new deal. Passing, we all know when Simon Ekpa used to come and he will show all the dead body, which Fulani is killed in Benue State and in Ebonyi State. He will begin to cry. And later, he will pack all the dead body. He will present it in Finnish government. He said, these are my people. This my people is whom they are killing. For this reason, he wants to become a freedom fighter activist. That is why Finland government has stood by him and say, whatever you want to do, we will stand beside you. That's why. Then, Simon Ekpa is a lawyer. He has his own degree to defend whatever he is doing. After recording a lot of documentary, he submitted it to Finnish government. Finnish government gave him go ahead to do what we are doing. We know when Lai Mohammed, we are calling Finland government to stop Simon Ekpa. We know when Nigerian government trying to bribe Finnish government, Finnish politicians to stop Simon Ekpa. But the Finnish government are one of the people who supported Biafra during that time of Biafran war. They say they cannot fight against Biafra, just like the Portugal people said. Now, Simon Ekpa begin to show you every evidence that you should stop attacking Nnamdi Kanu. Concentrate. All these people in DOS, all of them adopted to Simon Ekpa that time. They say this guy is doing a great job. They advised Nnamdi Kanu to interview Simon Ekpa. But a lot of them that has salary interest said no, that this guy is really serious to destroy Nigeria. They fought against Nnamdi Kanu to have interview with Simon Ekpa. But later, the interview took place. Inside that interview, Nnamdi Kanu pleaded to Simon Ekpa. He said, Simon Ekpa, please, do not let devil deceive you. Do not disappoint me in this journey. I have seen you. I have seen your capacity. I have seen what you can do. I will hand this staff into your hand, and I will declare 150 days fasting and praying for Biafrans. And when he declared 150 days psalm prayer, Nnamdi Kanu came online and he said, within this time, you people will begin to hear what you have never heard before in this Biafran movement. That this Biafran movement is going to take a new dimension. Nnamdi Kanu said, before his rendition, he said, if he wants to take the life of the 5 Eastern governors under 1 minute, he has the capacity to do that. But he don't want to do, sir. He don't want to do that. Because his own is to deliver the message. Letting Nigerian government that he is coming with fire. He made this declaration in Israel. He said he will return to Nigeria with fire. Then he declared 150 days fasting and praying, which all of us joined. I don't know how many people who participated in that prayer. We are going on, facing the sun, praying in that prayer, going to the sea, using sand and using air, calling the name of Jesus Christ, looking for every power that controls universe inside to make sure that the Biafra is actualized. Then he said, I am preparing your mind. Those people who is called to restore Biafra, this message is for you. From now till 2 weeks time, you people will begin to hear a different subject concerning Biafra movement. But this message is not for everybody who is following him, but it is for special people. Then, are you telling me that Nnamdi Kanu didn't know that he has been betrayed? Listen, inside the 555 vision analysis, Nnamdi Kanu knew that he has been betrayed. That's why he said, those of you who has collected money to betray this struggle, those of you who has collected money thinking that you will stop what we are doing, he said, you can't stop what we are doing, not in your trillion years, because this is an ordained project to Ojukwu Abiyama, to restore the kingdom of God on this planet Earth, which is Biafra. He said you cannot stop it. But this struggle is now going to the hands of the people who will speak in the language which Nigerian government will understand. How many people is understanding? How many people is following this teaching of today? Show something and show like. Share this message. I need more numbers here. We are 555 vision. Biafran gospel. Bible, because Biafra is our religion. We preach no other gospel except Biafran gospel, connected with the same Jesus Christ under Christianity. The Jesus Christ who said, "Oh Lord, let thy kingdom come," referring to the same Biafra. Are you getting it? But this struggle has changed shape. Now, Nnamdi Kanu handed staff over to Simon Ekpa. He said, continue this race and make sure you finish this race. We have Ekpa, Orie, Afo, Nkwo, Ojukwu, Uwazurike, Nnamdi Kanu, and the Simon Ekpa. East, West, North. Time I want those people who used to attack us before. I want you people to come. Challenge it. Let me see how you can challenge this holy gospel. Come. Are you crossing from Eke? Or are you crossing from Orie? Are you crossing from Afo? Or are you crossing from Nkwo? Which area are you coming to challenge this gospel? We are 555 vision. The time we preach about recycling, we pass this information to Simon Ekpa. It is time for recycling. Try to recycle people. Those people who spoke against you, those people who spoke against autopilot, give them space for reconciliation. Then Simon Ekpa hearkened to the message. Before 2 weeks, he signed ally with the BNL. He signed ally with the Biafran government in exile. He began to sign ally. Some people like Rafa Jere, who spoke against Simon Ekpa, many of them begin to return. The people will know their faces. Some people we don't know their faces. Some of them begin to say, man, I have not seen anything wrong Simon Ekpa did. And for this reason, I am autopilot. And the autopilot has become the mantle to restore Biafra. Meaning that when you are sure of what you are doing, then you autopilot yourself and take what they call personal decision. And this personal decision started from Ojukwu. This personal decision entered Uwazurike. This personal decision also entered Nnamdi Kanu, which made him to create this language called the indigenous people of Biafra, which means be you ezemmo, be you onye ichie, be you onye nze, be you onye ozo, be you igwe, be you governor, be you ohaneze ndị Igbo. You are a member of indigenous people of Biafra. You cannot do without supporting it. That is the key. Someone created that language, a woman, which anybody here who knows the name of that woman who created indigenous people of Biafra. People should also bring the name of that person to timeline. When the person submitted the name to Nnamdi Kanu, he said, you have to create a name called indigenous people of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu analyzed it. Me and you knows that Nnamdi Kanu is spiritual man. He said, this name connected to every other person. He endorsed the name. Then, the name included every other person. Now, up and they begin to spread the message. That is the Nkwo. That is for now. Simon Ekpa is running the last race to restore Biafra. Simon Ekpa is running the last race to restore Biafra. And you, whom you know very, very well, that your father and your mother is observing sit at home to restore Biafra. Your uncles and night well-wishers are observing sit at home to restore Biafra and for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am asking you, una ya kwọsa aka tiere ọkụ ka akị. Listen, we have how many days to go? The people who knows it, how many days to go? Write it out here, please. For me not to be the only person that is saying it. How many people is here watching? People who are here, write us and tell us how many days that is remaining for Biafra restoration. Then I will tell you people, 122 days, people are following. Lillian Godwin, thank you for that. 122 days, we have to go. And listen, let me tell you, Biafrans. Unama kwachakwa aka, tiere ọkụ ka akị. Simona Elizabeth, thank you. 122 days. Armstrong. Hey, this name Armstrong is very, very powerful. The first person who visited the moon. 122 days. Kingswell. 122 days. You know, out of parts, 122 days. People are bearing witness. Because this witness, everybody must bear witness. Ejike Onuora, 122 days. Are you getting it? People are bearing witness. Because we are bringing the Bible, this Biafran, to turn it into gospel. We are 555 vision. We took oath to preach Biafra as gospel. Ifeanyi, Wilfred, 122 days. Are you getting it? People are bearing witness. You know, they said Peter wrote a letter to Paul. The letter which the apostle wrote to Thessalonians. This is how it is happening. This is how it is happening. People didn't know how Bible was written. Everything that is happening in Biafran struggle today is how Bible was written. Later, they summarize it. The history of Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the lawyer, will be written in Biafran Bible. One or two seat, 122 days. The history of Ejimako will be written. The history of all the legal team will be written. The way they run the race of liberation of Nnamdi Kanu and the restoration of Biafra. Are you getting it? The restoration of Biafra is not different to the way Israel did their own. Let me tell you, before we embark ourselves in this journey, we went as far as studying the secret that made Jeremiah to say, Lord, see me, send me. Here I am, send me. Because God, Lord God Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiama, was looking for people who will go and deliver the message. People were dying. Israelites, some of them went to Egypt to seek asylum. Asylum is what Simon Ekpa teach you yesterday. Some went to Assyria and Babylon in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, where Daniel was born. Some of Israelites went there, but some of them still remain in the land of Israel. Then, the Babylonians were killing Israelites. The same thing that is happening today. Sunder, 122 days. We are marching forward. We are marching forward. So, the Babylonians were killing Israelites. Jeremiah has some panic inside him. He said, is it true that Abraham has God? Who is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Is it true that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob can save? These are deep questions which somebody like Jeremiah asked. These are deep questions which somebody like Ezekiel asked. This kind of thing is a kind of question we ask ourselves before we begin to support this struggle. Up to we came with the 555 vision. We are delivering this message. The only thing you can do is to listen and push something. I want to tell you people what will happen in 122 days to come. That is the head of this message. Because there is nothing you can do to satisfy anybody who has a different agenda to your own. If you have a wife, trying to please your wife that has a different agenda to your own, the woman can never respect you, neither can she appreciate your effort. If you have a husband, trying to satisfy your husband that have different agenda to your own, your husband can never respect you because he has a different agenda to your own. But if two of you have one agenda, pursuing one thing, pursuing one good, then you can be able to join your idea together to make sure you gain something. If you have boyfriend that has a different agenda to your own, the same thing. This is how it's happening. That is life. But when you have someone who has the same agenda with you, two of you will team up together, which Igbo people used to say, Anyokoma Miliono or Baofofo. Are you getting it? Now, tell me the kind of sacrifice tell me the kind of sacrifice which Biafrans, Igbo people, has not done to satisfy Nigerian government, to satisfy Fulanis. Tell me what Igbo people has not done. Igbo people have traveled all over Nigeria and developed that place. Go to Kanu, Sabongeri. You will see Sabongeri. All the house in Sabongeri is owned by Igbo people. Today, Igbo people that developed that Sabongeri, Kanu, all of them left their houses and they returned to Lagos and they begin to develop Lagos. Today, Igbo people, Tinubu has locked up their shops and they are still telling Igbo people, go home. When Trade Fair Lagos was built, Igbo people called Ojukwu to come and do the opening ceremony of Trade Fair in Lagos. Ojukwu came there. He told Igbo people, he said, Indi Igbo, unu be ewu, go home and develop your own land because these people doesn't want you. But people like Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Nneyanwodo, George Obiozo, they said, we are enterprises. We have developed everywhere. Fulani, it is our own turn to take the presidential seat. Give us presidency because we have sacrificed everything. Now, Fulanis has opened the Atlantic Ocean to come and wipe you away. Before they are doing this thing, Fulanis put Nigeria into economical bankrupt. They went to China. They went to any place in this world and they borrow money. They put Nigeria under economical bankrupt. And yet, Igbo people are still trying to patronize Nigeria and the Fulani, pleading for restructuring. What do you think is? What do you think is remaining for Igbo people to do to satisfy Fulani? Whenever you are doing something with someone, group of people, nation, who doesn't have the same interest with you, man, if you know you want to walk fast, you walk alone. We are 555 vision. Most of our teachings is balanced with a big parable. If you know you want to walk fast, you walk alone. Are you getting it? When Nnamdi Kanu found out that Uwazurike is pulling back, he began to walk alone. When Simon Ekpa found out that the DOS is pulling back, Simon Ekpa began to walk alone. And that is how autopilot created. If you want to walk fast, you autopilot yourself and you begin to make move. When people found out that where you are going is good and where you are going is important, they have no option than to follow you. How many people is understanding this teaching, please? You know, we've been called to preach this gospel inside church. But we said, before we preach inside church, you have to recognize Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of pastors has called us. They say that our message is too strong. We should come to church. We are church people. We go to church every Sunday. You understand? But we understand that Nostradamus says that a prince will be born from the bottom of the trigger, which no man can stop. And before we can be able to understand the message of Nostradamus, we read his book. We read the book of Nostradamus, ancient book. Then we see, and we went back to the map. We see the map of Africa. It was the shape of gun. And where is the place where the prince is born? It is right in the bottom of the trigger, in Abia State. And again, inside spiritual realm, Abia, God's own state, can tell you everything you're supposed to know. Abia, God's own state. You know, when Buhari created Abia State, they never knew that a prince is in that place. You know, they said, when God used to do something, the spiritual control the physical. They never knew that Nnamdi Kanu is there, studying in Ojukwu bunker, studying and touring around Nigeria, trying to understand what to do. Then when you go back again, go and study the history of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, the history of Jesus Christ. Where? When Jesus Christ was born, Herod said, go and kill every male child below 2 years. But angel revealed information to Joseph, the wife of Maria. He said, take Jesus Christ out of Israel. Then they took him out. They landed in Egypt, where Jesus Christ took asylum. Asylum which Simon Ekpa taught yesterday. Jesus Christ took asylum in Egypt. How many people understand this? Jesus Christ took asylum in Egypt during the time of Pharaoh. Jesus took asylum there. And with his asylum, then his asylum papers protected his life until Herod died. Then they brought Jesus Christ back. Are you getting it? They wrote the history of Jesus Christ from 1 year to 6 years. Where did they stop the history of Jesus Christ? When Jesus Christ was with Mary in a temple, when he was teaching the elders what they should know. And the history of Jesus Christ cut off. What do you hear again concerning Jesus Christ when Jesus Christ was 30 years? How many people is here, please? Bear me a little witness. Write something, please. Write something and just write something and share and subscribe. If you know you have not subscribed to 555 Vision, please try to do so. Try to do so. Because bringing this kind of message, we need to make sure that people is subscribing to this gospel. We preach Biafran gospel, but we must attach it with Jesus Christ. Without attaching Biafra with Jesus Christ, man, it will be difficult for you to get Biafra. Are you getting it? Go and ask a Master Prophet. When we offer the 555 Vision agenda to Master Prophet, he said that we are still worshiping Jesus. That since we are still worshiping Jesus, he cannot accept this kind of gospel. Then we pull back. Yeah, you getting it? Tell Master Prophet Paul Onwubiko is under YouTube, 555 Vision YouTube. This YouTube have been created more than 3 years ago, but we don't come here. Why do we come here to publish it again? To make people, to let people know that we are here. It is because of attack we are receiving from Facebook. If not, Facebook is more advertible. Facebook is more enjoyable. The people, you will be seeing the flower will be flowing there. It will be a lot of people will come. People who knows me, when I enter line, we have 500 viewers, we have 300 viewers before we deliver this kind of message. But to try to subscribe and let people know that we are here delivering Biafran gospel. The Biafran gospel, you know the father of Nnamdi Kanu, you know his mother. You know his brothers, Emmanuel Kanu and Kanu Takanu. You know that Master Prophet married to the younger sister of Nnamdi Kanu. But don't try any Christian that is here. We are not challenging Jesus Christ. Without Jesus Christ, you will not have history. You will not have history. Before Christ and after Christ, from him, the life begin to have meaning. Try to understand me. We are 555 Vision. Are you getting it? Now, we are riding to tell you 122 days that left. If your father and your mother have been observing sit at home, are you telling me that the time of election, the sacrifice they made, we end up by promoting one Nigeria? Listen, Simon Ekpa have said it. We are trying to close because we only respect time. We will close in 11 minutes. Immediately it's 1 hour. That is when we will close. 1 hour. We only respect time. Then we will go and begin to load other things inside us before we come out again. So, Simon Ekpa has been shouting, telling you people that at when it's ending, that is when it is difficult. Yeah, for people who don't understand the English, you know, our own English, we speak it the way every other person will understand it. The time of election, Simon said, there is every probability. This number here watching is too small for this kind of message. And if you are here, the only thing you can do is to make sure you share this message and encourage other people to watch it. Yeah, 100 men, that one is confirmed. It's confirmed. We took oath to deliver this message. We took oath to defend the gospel of Nnamdi Kanu, because in Radio Biafra we worship when Nnamdi Kanu was there. Now we are autopilot. We are spreading the gospel. We have evidences. Now, do you know what is happening? Someone ever said that towards the ending, before the election, there will be something like 2 weeks sit at home. This is to cripple world power. Then, let me tell you people how this thing will be possible. Me and you knows that if Chris Ayekinome, Adeboye, Emo Bai, Ananche, all those Olympic pastors, if they call you and they tell you, you have to do 2 weeks fasting and praying, but don't come out. That is your 2 weeks fasting and praying. Then, after 2 weeks, you will, the devil who is killing you will leave you. You will be rich. I am telling you, you will obey them. Manadibi Olaganya. A prophet is nothing in his own homeland. They said, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Who is that small boy disturbing us? He said that his name is Nnamdi Kanu. Look at that small boy. He said he will use his only mouth to destroy Nigeria. Are you people getting it? Dibiola Aganya. Hey, Simon Ekpa, that one who stay in Finland, he said he will give you Biafra in 122 days to come. Who is him? But your freedom is in your hand. If Ananche, the man who came, and those people that speak with their both mouth, he said that the Fulanis has occupied all the important seats in Nigerian government. Today ended up praying for P2B, who is serving under Fulani Labour Congress. Emo Bai, whom you know, he said that he drank acid. He didn't die. These kind of people, if they give you 2 weeks fasting and praying, telling you after 2 weeks, your life will automatically change. You will obey them. Then, those people that doesn't go to church, you are under Omenala. Then, if you say na agwo kite, imite ndị na-agwo kite, na ndị na-agwo odeshi, na ndị na-agwo different kind of thing ha na-agwo, ya ndị Omenala. Oh, hey, Biafra. Anando. Then, when you meet those people, they will tell you, go and sit at home. Only 2 weeks. The highest sacrifice. You see that those people under now, they will take women and men and they place them on inside the river. They will naked them and begin to take them back there. They will say, after you have done this thing, your life will change. Those people will obey. Because they put nzu na ho, they put uri, they put different kind of things, and the different kind of things to make their things to seem to be real. But listen, Ezekiel, in the book of Ezekiel, Ezekiel said, we are not going to worship anything man-made. Yeah, man-made object. And then Nnamdi Kanu said, we are going to worship Chukwu Okike Abiama, the creator of heaven and earth, the split being. We are not going to worship any man-made image. Are you getting it? And our glory, the glory of God, will not stop because we are coming to give God all the glory. Chukwu Okike Abiama, whenever Biafra is restored. Listen, if you can obey your pastor, sit at home, to do fasting and praying, to become rich, that the enemies that is after your life will leave you and your life will change. obey Simon Ekpa, obey Nnamdi Kanu, who say listen to Simon Ekpa. If you can listen to your native doctor, ndị eze mmụọ, ndị oke ite, when they tell you what to do for you to become rich, or ndị ajọ mmụọ na-achụ gị, ahapụ gị, obey Simon Ekpa with his own new dimension, which Nnamdi Kanu recognized. And if you fail to, unu ya adị ka ndị kwọrọ aka, tiere ọkụkọ akị. We came to preach Biafran gospel. Biafra is our religion, and we have a revelation that Biafra will have their own Bible. That is why we are coupling a lot of things inside this place. You come on. If you are listening to this voice, subscribe. That is what we want you to do, because your subscription will help you to know when we are online. It will help you others to know that there are people who came to preach Biafran gospel with a 555 vision. Our own Bible will be written anybody that participated both in positive and in negative. That's why the history of DOS is written. We have documents. When they give us their sanction and the suspension, we told them we are going on in this belly of a fish to keep on this gospel, because nobody can take this gospel out of our mouth. Chukwu Kikabiama has put in this gospel inside our mouth, just like he did to Jeremiah, Elijah, Elisha, Ezekiel. He said, go and speak, I will direct it. That is exactly what Chukwu Kikabiama did to in our life. And we are preaching Biafran gospel. Our message is not to offend anybody, but those DOS who said anybody who sympathized with Simon Ekpa is enemy of Biafra, and they wrote it and they sent to us. They passed it as their own resolution, and they summoned the people in the meeting. They sit everybody down, both Tom and Dick, children and adults, men and the female, young and old, in the meeting. They told them, if you sympathize with Simon Ekpa, you are enemy of Biafra. 555 visions stood up and asked them, did you really know the meaning of sympathy? People who know the meaning of sympathy, please, as we are closing, write us what you understand by sympathy. And as for us, sympathy means when they said go and attack Simon Ekpa. We asked them, why should we attack Simon Ekpa? They said, it seems that you are sympathizing with him. Anybody who sympathizes with Simon Ekpa is classified as enemy of Biafra. That is why we become enemy of Biafra, and we joined autopilot, which Nnamdi Kanu proclaimed. He said, we are in autopilot, I can assure you. This movement have entered autopilot, and the autopilot are the people who is autopiloting the movement of Biafra. And for this reason, my people, I obey whatever Simon Ekpa told you. He is programming our mind. Obey the last command. Inside 122 days left, there might be something like 2 weeks sit at home. And when international communities will come to face their satellite, they will not see anybody outside. Then, and you people know that CNN doesn't want to show what is happening, and their satellite will come. BBC doesn't want to show what is happening. Their satellite will come. Al Jazeera will show what is happening in Nigeria. Their satellite will come. Let that satellite sit at home, just like you've been doing it every Monday. And that is when people will understand that Biafra is a mighty spirit. Nnamdi Kanu said, if you try to get your freedom just like every other person that has gotten their freedom, you will fail. A new dimensional way to gain your freedom is automatic sit at home. When those cameras come, we know what it means by when United Nations bring their camera, European Union bring their camera, powers of this world bring their camera, they will catch empty street. Do you know what it means? That is new dimension. Please, if your father, your mother ever stayed at home, you should know that thank you, lovers of freedom. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to 555 Vision as we continue to preach this gospel. As you go on subscribing, that is how we will know that people appreciate what we are doing, and your subscription give us more energy. Your write-up, your comments give us energy. That is what we ask you. We plead to you to continue to share and share this gospel to the last man standing on this earth. This is our message for today.